So welcome back. Second half underway. Off the boot of North, and South reel it in, and it's South with all the work to do. A 10-point deficit with 30 minutes to go. Series on the line. Pops an offload now. It's on for South down the left. Back infield. Ankle tap, and a crucial one at that. That's a try saver there. Belford to Fuel, who's taken down just short of the line. They'll work it back to the middle now. Parisi. Va'a. Burrowing. Short is the call. And that'll be a handover ball, but a heck of a set from South after breaking down the left-hand side. So already a noticeable increase in energy, you would have to say, for the team in blue. North driven back. Leo Moana spotting up at the line, thought about the pass. And an offload in there. Big mistake in the game. Leo Moana, he held off doing the offload, but coughs up the error, and a chance now for South to hit back. 32 minutes gone. All South so far in this second spell. Amosa. Va. North staunch on their line so far. Start. Spinning, but driven back, and joining in is Tatana Semi. Ball back on the inside. It's come loose. What's the call? Strip is the call, I think. Or is there an accidental offside in there? It's a North football, and that would be accidental offside, I think. Don't know if the referee's mic'd up today. So North will tap and go. A couple of impressive goal line stands now from the Northern team. Wasn't much in it in the first half. North probably winning the battle through the middle of the park in those opening exchanges. Hinch will kick from inside. Drifts a long way before it's scooped up by Edmonds Hall, who brings the football back. Amosa breaking tackles for fun. Eventually it ends 10 short of halfway. And a penalty to go with it. Whanotalanga Va. Thanks for the playmaker. Backdoor now. Belford to Field. Looking for an offload. Finds Amossa, and now Amossa hot stepping. Hands back to the middle. South on the charge now. 36 gone. Trailing by 10. Va. Pops it back in, and Belford to Field will score. Lovely little bit of skill from Andrew Malua. Finds his fullback looming on his shoulder and scores to reduce the margin to 6. Kick to come.
So we see the action replay here, and this just success of great support play. Managing to finish off this little wave of attack here as we shift to the left-hand edge. Nice little move along the line there. And you can see the fullback just looming on the inside there and managed to slip that ball up beautifully. Found a little wee bit of a hole. 4 points in between the big boys there. Referee right on the spot. Tries awarded as we wait for the kick to come.
So kick is good. 16-12.
So the right piece of action there to get some early points on the board into the second half, Corey, and just shrink that gap. Shaping up to be another cliffhanger for these boys.
It is indeed, in keeping with the theme of the series in this grade. North get us back underway. Had to rethink on the fly there. Tolvine Ikatora had initially overrun him. Managed to get back into it and hand it off to the big man as Penny charges forward. I thought he made a real difference at the back end of the first half. Start.
Flat ball there, managed to hold on to it. And the ball's gone. Yeah, it's only just managed to hold on to it.
Yeah, there was plenty in that tackle. So penalty to South. Discipline now the war cry from the Northern boys. They'll tap and go here. Ezekiel start. Whanau with the chance to take the lead for the first time here, South. Backdoor, Belford to Field, into a little half gap. He's ragdolled to ground though by Joe Benson. Short side they go. Amossa rushes to dummy half, calls his dummy half out of the action. Amossa wants to have a little go himself. So quick off the mark. Last play now. Va swings it out the back. Looping ball up over the top, hitting it at pace. That'll be a knock on. This will be a North football.
If he'd managed to actually contain that ball, it would have been quite impressive to see. Just ricocheted off the hand. So change over there. North ball in hand as they start to grind out inside the 10.
So back underway.
Yeah, a bit high. Yeah, a tiny bit high. It's around the throat.
McKinley it was who felt the full contact of that one. Reminder, we're back in action next Sunday for the France Under-19 versus Auckland Under-19 team
Bonjour.
named in a couple of days, and very much looking forward to that. My colleagues has a little
Brushing up. I've got 2 words.
French handbook out.
Yeah.
Talking to come now. So penalty to North at the end of it. It's going to be Joe Benson to kick for touch. An awkward looking one off the boot, but does the job nonetheless. North under 16 coach Matt Tutaki in the background. That contact was big, it was also illegal.
So North now back-to-back penalties, sort of marching down the field a little bit, aren't they?
Ten in the bin. Andrew Malua sent for arrest.
That's going to be a game changer, having a man down.
So by the time he gets back to the field, there'll be less than 8 minutes to play as North kick for touch. And now advantage back with the boys in red. They're squeezed into towards the ball right now, which means there's a big gap out on this left-hand edge. Let's see how they cover here. It's an art in itself now, playing 13 on 12. North will head to where the space is, or at least was. It'll change of direction at the line, and now driving those legs towards. Taken down short.
Oh,
too easy. Jaden Fua from dummy half. Looked up, saw there was no marker, and over he goes to extend the lead for North.
So wait for the action replay to pop up here. I think defensive line were at 6s and 7s. Had that many foils. There were that many guys lining up ready to take the ball. And as we see the play the ball here from the dummy half, he had 3-4 guys ready to come in and didn't need them. He faked them, everybody, and across for 4 points.
So gap goes out to 8, kick to come from in front.
I think, as you rightly said too, Corey, having the one player down, you know, it starts the mental gymnastics and everyone starts scrambling. And for the attacking team, well, everyone starts lining up because everybody wants to run the ball.
Flags are up. Benson converts. And North lead 22 points to 12. 44 minutes gone. And that sim binning could well end up being crucial. We saw a sim binning in the first game between these two as well, if my memory serves me correctly.
Big hats off to the ARL football development team, you know, with the program, the Origin series. Just been a fantastic program for end of season, and you know, getting to see some of the talent running around here in Auckland, and you know, the competition, the games have been fantastic. As we're back to the action here, and not a bad tackle as North attacker gets put to ground, and
so North working it out now via McKinley.
Background play there. Oh, hit and run, and the ball's ricocheted off the defender. Play on.
The offload was so tempting. Got rid of it, but it takes a ricochet now. Amoso goes across field looking for an opportunity. McKinley on hand to bring him down. Tell you what, if South can hit back now, right back into it, there's solid contact, and it's led by Ngatoilofa. Va'a. Centre field to Whano Talonga. Parisi. Belford to Fuel. Looping ball up over the top. McKinley drags him in. Great defence from the Northcote centre. Belford to Fuel becomes the makeshift dummy half. Dinks a little kick in behind.
Did we miss that on the camera split?
We lost it at some stage there, but I'm not too sure what the call is here. I don't think this is a try.
The referee's brought it out.
Yeah, correct. So no try, and in fact penalty the way of North.
Well, that alleviates a little bit of pressure for them. And you're right, though. Certainly give you a big boost of confidence if you score with only 12 boys on the field, 12 teammates.
Tatana Simi. McKinley getting involved in the yardage work. Everyone putting their hand up for North right now. Changing the direction of the play now is Ethan Mogan. 4 to Hinch. Holds it up. Looping ball over the top. Space now down the right hand side for Liasau. Reeled in beautifully by South. Back to the middle now, work North. Kick goes in behind. Cleaned up easily by Belford to Fuel, who then returns the ball with some interest as well. They've got about 4 minutes left to survive with only 12 on the park here, South. And really, he re-enters the play with 8 minutes to go and they're only down by 10 points. They're still right in this contest. Can ill afford another try to be conceded in that time, though, as Va'a races to dummy half. Going to play here. It's tipped on. Shaken out of the first contact and then wrestled out now. A decision to be made here. And that will be allowed. So there was a conference going on there between Touchy and referee. It was sort of 50-50 if that was still the tackle going on, but that's the way it's adjudicated. So the scrum will pack down. This will be a North football. And what's the play here? Do you go conservative and just try and chew this clock off, or do you think more points are required?
Excuse me, sorry, Corey. I think for the under 16 boys, you know, they want to play a flair, they want to play with the excitement. These guys can put the accelerator down and try and get another one on the board, and here they come.
Purcell, who was excellent in the opening 5 or 10 minutes.
How strong.
Has made about 10 post-contact meters just on that run alone there.
So there's another conference going on here.
And another one to the bin.
Well.
So they'll play with 11.
Eyebrows are up. Well, now I would just open the whole thing up and everybody runs.
Purcell starting to get a little bit of feeling in this one, which is what Richardson's responding to with his calls. Benson. And bumping the ball forward is Trey Lee Tana. Another penalty. Not square at marker Va'a. Benson to Purcell. Purcell, look out. He's a strong ball carrier. They do well to contain him. They get there in numbers, but he's still going. Then gets an offload away, but the tackle was complete, says referee Richardson. Benson. Shuffles play on and...
There was a bit of football spectator humour in the background there, Corey.
Yeah, I don't know if you picked that up on the commentary, but send him off, ref, was the call from the sideline. Leave him to play with 10. Ethan Mogan. The Maris Saint. 4. Charging towards the line, perhaps collected high. Play on the call this time. 4. Swings way out the back. There's a touch off the foot there. And a penalty to South.
So a little bit of a breather. Not much you want.
And against all the odds, they're still in this somehow. They'll kick for touch now. They are about to get one back. Keep an eye on the sim bin there, and there's activity. So we'll go back to 12.
Yeah. Coming onto the field now.
Joe Siner. Back on the park for his second stint. Pereira Smith plays at the line. Plays Penny through a gap. South not giving up just yet. Va. Goes to Peresi.
He's got to wait.
Second phase heavy here from South as they fend their way across field via Andrew Malua, who's fresh back from the Simbin. Penalty now for South as well. 10 the gap. This will be a tap and go. Pereira Smith. Tackled well down low. There's Tana. Va. Belford to Fuel. Promoting the ball, wants an offload. Eventually gets bumped to ground. Start with a little swerve. Bodies everywhere, and they will get him onto his back. Held up the call.
Somebody's suffered a knock there on that. They did exceptionally well to hold him up on the line.
Might have copped a stray knee in the back here, Tana. So there's no time off in the region of origin, but for some more serious injuries, there will be. So you just have to bear with us. We're going to leave our clock running, and it may end up being a little bit out. Looks like he's getting back to his feet now, Tralee Tana. So back into it. Down the left for South. Taken high. Second effort. They're in. Or we're going to have a chat. Well, he had all but pointed to the spot. The whistle was in the mouth. We'll have a chat now. There's a shoulder charge calling here. Okay, so at the end of all that, we have a penalty the way of South and no try. A truly bizarre piece of play there, but anyway, back into it. Pereira Smith. Numbers driving back. Va, burrowing low. Signer denied a try for the second time in 30 seconds. Va to start. They'll go well to stop him here. Getting there in numbers. The wall of red swallows him up.
Shot.
No denying this one. So quick. Even the camera shot couldn't catch it. And it's South who score. Put 4 on the board. And we've got a ball game on our hands.
Absolutely. And having a look at this action replays, just action all over the screen. So a wee bit of a fight and a tussle here. Look for the quick play of the ball. And dummy half just managed to pick the right player, hitting this at pace. And even in slow motion, he'd left the screen. 4 points.
So kick to come. And it's not the easiest. Not much of a breeze out around here at Cornwall Park. Strikes it. Flags up. (22-18). Minutes to play. What a fight back from South given the circumstances. Still playing with 12.
Yeah, and one man still to come. So it'd be interesting to be at the trainers' chat was for the Northern team. So you can see they're sprinting back to the halfway.
Oh, very enthusiastic.
Ready to kick off. Massive rush. Looks like the speed of long weekend Easter holidays going down the southern motorway.
Back underway. South with it all to play for. Series on the line for this grade. They trail by 4. Who could be the difference maker? Will it be Belford to field out the back? Amosa from the wing. Malua's looked likely as well, or is it through the middle of the park via the likes of Ezekiel Start and Quinton Pereira Smith? North frantically organising their line. Looping ball out the back, goes to Malua. Belford to field, it's knocked down, that'll be a knock on. They'll want to get things packed quickly here, South, and go again.
Yeah, just sort of manages to chew a few moments off the clock, doesn't it?
Well, it does when you don't pack the scrum.
Absolutely. Well, North just saundering in.
So scrum packs down, 10 short of halfway. And will they come straight up to this right edge? I think they will. Amosa will step back in field. Geez, he's an elusive runner.
Yeah, and they obviously was a wee bit of a set play because they brought him straight off the they brought him straight off the wing to do it. He's hurt himself in that.
Carting the ball forward now via Whano Talanga. Wants a quick play of the ball. There's a bobble in there. There's a penalty.
So going to help the cause, isn't it?
They'll move quickly. They kick for touch. It's put safely into touch. As the Region of Origin shield is prepared behind us.
Yes, it's been brought in by security wearing white gloves.
Pereira Smith. Not long to go. We did have a stoppage in play. As we wait for the full-time siren. Va'a to start. Start looking to shake them off. Gets an offload away to Va'a. Now space on the left and it breaks down. Oh, Andrew Malua.
Yeah, he knows it.
Try line in front of him. The ball is spilt, and that should do it. North just seconds away from claiming this under-16 boys title.
The victory is hanging right in that balance. North will only complete the set here for certain. And yet they decide to spread it.
Dear me, I don't know about that. Tuck the ball under the wing, boys. Penalty. Maybe that'll settle Matt Tutaki's nerves. So they'll take their time here, look to chew off as much time as they can.
It's gone up over to the... Oop. Corey just sidestepped himself for that bounce. We were at least 3.5 meters away from the ball. Maybe 4. Maybe 4
I don't know what you're implying there, Mr. Hardy. Back into it with North. Leon Moana. Surely we won't see an offload. 4. Good carry from Robert Davis. Laid a great platform again, the starting front row combo for North as they start to take their time now, getting to the feet for the play of the ball. Here's Tana, the man who picked up the injury knock earlier. Told to go back and play that one again. Tatana Simi. Swing the ball out the back. Last coming up. Hinch plays it. Taking the ground. North will win. They take out the under-16 boys title. 1 win for North, 1 win for South, and a draw. So it is North who win, 22 points to 18 over the South under-16 boys. Stay with us. We've got the post-match presentations where we will award the overall shield for the winners of the series. Short break, and then we're into the post-match presentation.
With that noise.
Okay, we're just going to have to wing it, all right? I'm turning that off. Okay, you go. Can you talk on this?
Hello. Is that loud enough? Let's go, boys. Oh. TJ should be up. Up here, boys.
if you want to come on, guys. Come in around the back. Anybody want to take photos? Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. For all the mums, dads, all the families, if they'd like to just come through the ropes and just stand in behind us here, get your photos out, cameras out, get some Facebook action.
Well done to both teams today, guys. Just want to take this time again to thank both teams. What an awesome display of footy today that we've seen. Can we have a round of applause for the teams, please? I'd just like to take this time also to do a couple of thank yous to the parents, players, referees, volunteers, coaches, spectators, and all the ARL staff that have contributed to the Region of Origin in 2019. Without them, this wouldn't be possible. So could we all have another round of applause for all of those people? Without further ado, I'll go into the results for each grade. For the under-13s boys, winning that series was South 2-1. And the under-14 girls with 3 wins, North. Under-16 girls, 2-1 to South. Under-18s boys, 2-1 to South. And then the under-18 girls, 3 wins to North. But in the 16s boys and champions for the 2019 Region of Origin, North. Could I have the captain up, please, to receive the shield? Congratulations to North for the second year consecutively winning the Region of Origin. MVPs will be announced on Friday coming week, so keep your eyes posted for that. Other than that, have a good summer, enjoy the break, get some rest, and we'll see you all back next year. Thank you very much. Hi everyone, Viggo Rasmussen here from the Coaching and Development Department. Coming up in the next 3 weeks, we have the Region of Origin series.
Neil plays short. North gonna go close, gonna go more than close. They're gonna open the scoring here.
North versus South, 14 teams, boys and girls, 7 grades.
Breaking traffic again as Morrison takes it to the line,
Good
gets
offload.
the offload away as well. Nice stuff from Morrison. Signs for them as well. Just need to find a way, I think, to counter this. Go forward from South, and just as I say that, it's one of the smaller men.
It's at Cornwall Park, free of entry.
Offload as well, and now
Hold the
Hatch
camera, man,
joins
there we
in,
go.
and Hatch has got space down the sideline. A little bit of footwork will stand
Boom.
him up, and North hit back.
All battling it out in a 3-match series to see who is the top region in Auckland. North currently hold the title. Get down there if you can. If you can't, catch all the action on aucklandleague.co.nz.
They've been forced through a lot of defence in this one. Morrison, the step, the duck, the dive. Morrison's going to go over here. Yes, he is. Probably feeling the same way. We'll jump out of dummy half here now, and this
Oh, great
might
little
well
run.
split the game open. This is Carson. Mace Carson